Okay, so now we come to the next section of this sutta on how the being come to be. Okay, and what happens. Oh, second. So basically, now we looked at the entire Patisamutpada cycle. Now we need to know that there are always three things which are required for anything to happen, just like eye, sight, and consciousness. In the same way, this also requires three. So before we get there, anyone having any confusion over consciousness, because it's all about consciousness, the fire, fuel and fire. The fire is the consciousness, and the fuel is eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, like that. Okay, so before we get into the next section, I'm asking anyone having any confusion on whatever we have discussed so far. If you don't have, then very clear, but don't ask me later, I did not understand. We have completed Patisamutpada. We have also looked into Nirodha Samapatti. All that we have done now. And today, Shaniel and Bobby are not going to attend, so it would be only recording for them. It's towards the end of this sutta, so it doesn't hurt much. Nobody has any questions, right? I'm asking again. I'm not asking Aryu or Ashwin, I'm asking the remaining people, especially those who only have their no cameras. So I don't even know whether they understood, they misunderstood, or understood to be misunderstood, or misunderstood to be understood. 4 combinations. So I'll give another minute or 2 for you to decide if you are sure of understanding. The Patisamutpada is not an easy thing, but if you have understood, I'm very happy. But if you have not understood, nobody can help. Okay, so that means everyone has understood, no one has any questions. Excellent. So 3 things are required for any being to come into force. Okay. So what Buddha is asking here is that if and only if the mother is there and the father is not there and the Gandhabba is also not there, can any pregnancy be found? We have so many girls walking around. Just because they are walking around, they can't be pregnant. In the same way, if so many women who came to our house, they were in menopause. So, even if they were having a normal sexual life as well, but since their body cannot produce ovaries, they can't get pregnant. Okay. So if a girl is walking alone, there can't be any pregnancy. That means if a woman is walking alone, no pregnancy. If the man is walking alone, cannot make anyone pregnant. Second, what if the man and the woman were to mate? Will there be a pregnancy? And the answer is no. Because if the woman is not in her fertile, or if the man doesn't have fertility, then there can't be any entry of anything in the womb. Third case scenario, the man is ready, the Gandhabba or the consciousness is ready to enter, but the woman is not ready. That means she is on her menstrual cycle. Can there be a conception? And the answer is no. And another scenario, when the man is ready and the woman is ready and the Gandhabba is there, then only the conception is possible. Which clearly shows that if I have a belief that God is going to get me a baby, I'm praying God for child. Not going to happen. Or I believe just by coincidence the child is going to happen. No. Only if the conditions come to be, then there can be a conception. If not, there is no conception. So if a woman were to say, I got the child without having sex, it's impossible. They can't be. And if the woman says, I got the child from the mouth, which is also not true. The child will come only from below, not from any other place. So the condition should match, and the condition is that only when the Gandhabba is there and the mother is ready and the father is ready can the conception happen. So now the formula iti imasmim sati idam hoti, this being, this comes to be. So the mother and father and Gandhabba being, the conception in the womb comes to be. With the arising of these three, the conception is possible. So you can't have a blind faith like people go to temples. They pray to the God. God, give me a male child. As though the God job is to produce male child. So then, why should you get married? You can get married to the God only. Or female child. Or whatever child. Or they will say, sir, this Thursday I need a conception, please. Why? Because my birthday is on Thursday. I can keep on wishing. My wish has got nothing to do with whether child will happen or not. In the same way, if somebody wants job, they have to create condition. In the same way, somebody wants to enter into 8 jhana, you have to create necessary condition. Just going here and there is not going to get you any jhana. In fact, you will be wasting your time. So what is the condition for 8 jhana? You should watch breath for 18 hours. That's the condition. You meet the condition, it works. No, I don't want to meet that condition. Okay, it will not work. So please remember this formula. This being, this comes to be. With the arising of this, this arises. With 18 hours breath watching comes to be. Mind gets stilled. With the arising of 18 hours of breath watching, the mind can be seen. So even though yesterday I messaged the 9 steps, they still remain as steps. Nothing else is going to happen. Okay. So if you want something to work, you have to create a condition, and hence called a law of conditionality, law of dependent origination, or whatever, because the jhanas are dependent on the work you are going to have. So let's say, sir, I'm watching 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours. You can't keep on negotiating. Meaning, even I can't keep on negotiating. It's foolishness to negotiate. Okay, instead of negotiating, I should do what should be done. That is, watch the breath for 18 hours. So if I see in that chat, 10 people in Global Dhamma group have put like this. Even I will put like this, sir, please watch 18 hours. That is all I can do. I cannot watch for you. Now, there is one great book called as Mind Illuminated by Chuladasa. Very nice book. But it's in English. I don't know about Hindi or any other language. But even in English, it's a nice book, but you have to practice. Book reading by itself is not a practice. Book by itself is knowing it, not practicing it. And there are some odd things in that book. It's okay, but point is, majority of what Chuladasa is saying is correct. At least to that level, if I practice, it's sufficient. Okay. Now, is there any other way other than this? It's like asking, is there any other way for a person to become pregnant? If I find a way, I will let you know. So, keep it straight and simple. If I am not watching the breath, no progress can be done. Okay, clear? Why? Today I wanted to take this, but then I'll delay it by another day. That is Monday, when Shaniel and Bobby and everyone is there, but just for the sake of it. Why? Because of hindrance. There's something which is hindering. That's the only reason. Otherwise, anybody can do it. First is the doubt. I doubt this is the way. Why do I get this doubt? Because I am not able to watch the breath. And hence there comes doubt. If I was able to do it, there is no doubt. And the doubt comes only when I cannot watch the breath. Now, what is watching? That itself is a doubt. I have a doubt. Yes, sir. How to watch the breath? What do you mean, how to watch the breath? It is just watching the breath. No, I'm sitting. How should I watch it? Then they say, I'm watching here. Sir, I'm getting headache. You don't have to concentrate. How to watch. That's what I did, but I'm getting headache. Okay, watch your chest going up and down. That also I did, but I'm getting pain here. Okay, why don't you watch your stomach going up and down? That is very easy for me. Do it. But can you do it for 18 hours? No, why 18 hours? That I have a doubt. Out of 24 hours, 6 hours sleep, the remaining 18 hours is what you have to watch. Simple. No, sir, I sleep for only 4 hours. Good, then make it 20 hours. No, sir, I sleep only for 2 hours. Okay, make it 22 hours. No, sir, I want to be in awareness for 24 hours. Who stops? Do it. Watch the breath for all 24 hours. But I don't want to watch breath. How can I want to watch sensations. Okay, what sensation? Body sensation for 20 hours. But what kind of sensation should I watch? Whatever sensation arises in the body. But that becomes body scanning. Yes. Should I do then? Go ahead and do it. But you only said I shouldn't do it. But now I'm saying do it. But now I'm having a doubt, sir. Why did you tell at that time I shouldn't be doing it? Now why are you telling I should do it? Because you are not able to watch the breath. But body sensation is not right thing, no, sir. Yes. But you only said now that I should watch body sensation. Because you can't watch the breath. Can I try watching the breath and come back to sensation? Yes, you can do that. But what's the problem if I watch sensation? Nothing. That means, should I go to the retreat and watch that sensation, or shall I sit it at home and watch the sensation? You can do it at home. But there are a lot of distractions at home, so I have to go to the retreat. So shall I book for a retreat? Yes, go ahead and book the retreat. But you only said we should not go to any retreat. And now I'm saying please go to retreat. But why did you tell then I shouldn't go to retreat, and why are you telling me now I should go to retreat? Because you are not able to do it at home. Is there any other than going to a retreat or sensation can I watch, sir? Yes, you can take dhatu. Sir, what is dhatu, sir? I didn't understand. Is Pathavi dhatu, Apo dhatu, etc. Should I watch Pathavi dhatu, sir, or should I know it is Pathavi dhatu? So this unending doubts is the first hindrance. It's an unending questions and questions and questions and questions. The whole objective is not to do it. I don't want to settle. Why? The primary question is, why should I do for 18 hours? I'm not convinced. So there are 4 things which happens. One, as a part of doubt, get indecision. You can't decide. Because of the doubt, no confidence or low confidence. Because of the doubt, I get to feel that this is not in the scripture, or it is there in the scripture, somebody added it or deleted it, and this happened and that happened. So many stories. Okay, the story making. The 4th one, as a cause, as an effect of it, creates anxiety. Doubt always ends up in anxiety, and anxiety causes fear, and fear causes restlessness. Simple. So the second one, as a rolling, is restlessness. Udacha. I feel restless all the time. So now I feel I should go to retreat because I'm restless. So I go on the internet, go to VRI, book for a 10-day retreat. Then I'm restless when to go there. I had to wait for 3 months. So for 3 months, I can't watch the breath now. Because only when I go there, I can watch it. Right. And many people do that. They book for retreat, especially in India. They book and book and book for retreats. Why? Because they can't do this simple thing, sitting at their own place. Like I'm sitting here, just can be doing that. Don't have to go anywhere. Except for going to washroom, I don't have to go anywhere. But what do? I will think that this is not possible here. I will go somewhere. Okay, so then what I think, at home, there's nobody there, but I think I should drive the car and go hundreds of kilometers to one monastery and sit there. And then I will get a right opportunity to watch the breath. But by the time some Bhante will come, and I'll start talking to him. Then I'll serve the Bhante with some food, then this one, some chat, some talks are happening. Then he'll say that I'll give you one Dhamma Desana, so listen to it. Then he says, let us go for 1 hour meditation. So I sit and watch the breath. Several times I doze this. Why? Let's understand this situation. First, there is too much of exhaustion of energy. That means lot of concentration, or rather lot of attention towards doing this task. So there is a exhaustion, mental exhaustion, if not physical exhaustion. So the moment I try cutting out the outside objects, because now I'm watching the breath, it's a monotonous watching. The mind goes into sleep because, or rather, mind cannot hold on to this object because this object is not interesting. The senses are interesting. You can see something, you can hear something, you can taste something, you can touch something, you can think something, but on the breath, what is there to touch? What is there to smell? Nothing is there. It's very boring. So I feel sleepy. So from Udacha, it automatically brings to Thiramida, sloth and torpor. Then I feel very agitated. Somebody, I'm dozing like this. Sometimes what happens, if there is nothing there, so the head will come down, but then there is no snoring. That means the person is not slept. And when the brain gets an impulse, that is sympathetic nervous system is replaced by parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest is going to happen. So the mind puts the brain to sleep. Then somebody will come and shake me up. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, you're sleeping. Now, why this happens? There are no activity. So then the question comes, should I follow Chula Dasa's mind illuminated? Yeah, you can. But then what's the difference between Buddha teaching and mind illuminated? Are they both the same? Are they different? Where it is same, where it is different? Then again comes the indecision. So again, visikiccha, doubt. Then like this keeps on going up, down, and that's it. And these hindrances is what causes us to suffer. Okay. Now, why I can't see this Gandappa and mother and this one is that of the same reason that I'm not able to see Patisamutpada. When do you get Patisamutpada? To see when your mind is pure. That means it is not in drowsiness. Now let's understand what is drowsiness. It's a dream state of existence. And what's a dream state of existence? The current state at which we are in today is a dream state of existence. When we have moha, delusion, that what is unreal is real. What is anitya is nitya. What is impermanent is permanent. What is dukkha is sukha. And what is anatta is atta. And what is shubha, ashubha is shubha. What does that mean? When I leave my home, I see my wife. When I go home, I see the same wife. That is nitya sanya. Nothing has changed. Even though Buddha is saying there's dependent origination, I have not seen it. Because the person whom I spoke in the morning is not the same person I'm going to speak in the evening. When I go to office, when I go home from office. Today I'm at office. So when I go, so a conventional reality is my wife remaining the same. But in real, there's only frames per second. So many frames have changed. So the consciousness appeared and disappeared, appeared and disappeared, appeared and disappeared millions of times before I went and saw her. So can I say, did I meet my wife? Conventionally, yes. But truly, did you meet your wife? The answer is no, because it's a vijnana which is doing that. So the Gandhabba, the vijnana, is something like that. It connects, disconnects, connect, disconnect. So that's how the growth, maturity is happening. It's frame by frame by frame by frame experience. Every body part moving is the same. And in the end, it throws the body and goes away. Clear. This I can't see because of the 5 hindrances. Okay, we'll come into the hindrance later, but this is what he says happens. So when this happens, now the mother is carrying a heavy burden, thinking that it's my son or daughter. And she takes abundant care to make that child, and when it comes out, it sucks the breast of the mother, which gets milk. And Buddha says in Aryamagga, this is called as blood, not milk, because it's continuing what it was doing inside. In the umbilical cord, blood is flowing from the mother to the baby, and excretory things are coming out from that same part. So in the uterus, you find the embryonic fluid, which is nothing but urine. Okay, and then this baby comes out, sucking the milk from the mother to continue. So then if the question were to be asked, does the baby require food for becoming big? And the answer is yes. So who is digesting it? The consciousness. Who else? So the food what we have eaten as breakfast, lunch, dinner is digested by the consciousness. That's a process. So there's no person sitting out there digesting it. It is just a process. Okay. Then the child grows. She starts playing with toys, etc. And it takes the toys, which is going to use the real toys later. So like today's people take iPad, phone, this one, that one, and they start playing, drawing something, doing something. And when they grow up, they take those professions, basically. So they do the same thing. So then, as the child grows, its faculties mature. Earlier it was only basic awareness, now it has manifold awareness. So as the child becomes adult, as a teenager, now it likes the sight and the sound and the taste and touch and smell and gets immersed in it. And it is in Kama Loka. So Manapa, Amanapa will be there, so it wants whatever is agreeable. It doesn't want what it is not agreeable. It keeps on fighting between agreeable and disagreeable. So it always wants agreeable things and doesn't want disagreeable things. And this keeps on happening. So what Buddha does is to ask the bhikkhus to guard the sense doors. Because if you don't guard the sense door, the abhijja vyapada and papa akusala karma is going to enter. So just guard the sense doors. At present, there is no sense door being closed. So it gets delighted in it, becomes irritated with it, and the mindfulness is filled with the sensual things. And because of that, if you want to watch the breath, it's never going to happen. So like the people who are going to come to my house next month, one of them have put there, I can watch the breath only for half an hour. Now that I have a form to fill, it's a nice thing I did. So at least I know what they're up to. So it's written very clearly, I can watch only for half an hour. I don't know what to do with him. He is 70 plus year old now. So I told him, come. Another one, only one lady has written 2 hours. Forget 18 hours. There's not even one who has told me that he can watch for 10 hours. And they're going to drop at my home next month and that next month. Okay, so let's see what happens, but it won't help. So he doesn't understand the Chito Vimukti and Panya Vimukti, and then he talks about Anurodha Virodha Abhinandati Abhivadati Ajjosa Yathittati. So Anurodha, Rodhana is to get attached, Anurodhati is to get thoroughly attracted by that and get held into it. So the objects we see, hear, taste, touch, smell, keep on eating. So he says, Abhinandati, relishes, Abhivadati, affirms it, Ajjosa, Tittati, clings and stuck to it. So then what happens? The feeling turns itself into craving, and craving turns into clinging, clinging turns into becoming, becoming birth, decay, and death. That's the suffering. Same with Sota, Jivha, Kaya, Mano, all that. Now this Arham, Samma Sambuddha appears and he teaches to have first precepts, helps him to get into Samadhi, then helps him with Panya, making him a Sotapatti Phala, Sotapatti or Sotapanna, then Sakadagami and Arhat, and cutting the suffering. So there ends Maha Tanha Sankhya Sutta. Where was the Tanha? 6 senses. What did he do? Cut it. So how did it come? Due to consciousness. So what did Buddha do? To cut the consciousness. So the Chakku will remain as Chakku, the Rupa will remain as Rupa. Nothing is there in between. So Nama Rupa Nirodha, Vijnana Nirodha. Done. So let's pat our back that we have understood Patisamutpada. And that's it. We can enjoy the rest of the day with whatever we are doing sensually. At last the problem is over. No need to watch 18 hours of breath or do this, do that, be whatever, enjoy. At least from my side, I am done. So today would have been the shortest. If we don't have anything, we can close it and we can make Aryu to take his son to wherever he wanted to take, or just relax or do whatever. And tomorrow we'll not be meeting, or we can be meeting for meditation. Otherwise, Aryu will not be there. And I think Chenir also is not there tomorrow. I don't know about Bobby. So we can give one day rest, do meditation on our own, and meet on Monday, where we'll take up hindrances. and see how we can eliminate them. At the same time, I'll be doing that in Hindi. So I want to make Hindi and English same. No questions? Then we can end. I'm fine. Yes, Ashwin.
No, it's okay.
It's
Just
okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby. That's not. Are you good?
Yeah, so I guess earlier you were talking about drowsiness, so I'm just, and the dream state, so I'm just wondering the nature of it. I guess, as from what I understood from what you said, it's almost like a deeper state of ignorance, right? Because even daylight or daydreaming, as you said, it's already ignorance. But as you get drowsy, the mindfulness drop, the consciousness is dimmed, even more dark. So the mind just plays whatever it wants to play, and it's creating Baba in that way. It's
Yes, absolutely. See, if I close my eyes and I start to see some objects, and it takes me inside that, the curtain of darkness is there. So, good question, Aryu. So, let's understand through an analogy of a movie. So, let's say when you enter into the theater, there's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's no sleepiness, even though everyone is sleeping. They are holding their popcorns and some sodas and this and that and talking and giggling and laughing, and all of that is sleepiness only, drowsiness. They are drowsed into the sensual. They're drowsed, completely drowsed. Right? So they just get into the movies and then they sit there. Ah, I think it's going to begin. The waiting. So slowly the lights get dimmed. And on the screen of consciousness, the single light which comes and falls there brings Universal Studios presence so and so movie. And they know it is a studio. It's not real, but they already sucked into it. So they get killing. Okay. And then James Bond not 7 comes. And everybody remembers James Bond not 7. Even though the person who played that role, his name is obscured. It's James Bond. I'm Bond, James Bond. The music will make him really enamored by that. That then he says, they say, created on Dolby Studios, Dolby Sound, lossless sound. Wow, what a thing! And they put a speaker below the each chair. So suddenly, oh my goodness! So it's already tantalizing. So the consciousness moves from the eyes, then to the ears, then to the nose. Nothing is there in the nose, it will leave their tongue. Nothing there, body. Then the mind. So it keeps on jumping from each directions. So the awareness that you are in a movie theater is replaced by you being a James Bond. Now, each person sitting there is a James Bond. And a beautiful blonde woman comes there on the screen. and everybody's mouth is open. Their wives are sitting next to them. Who cares? Wow, what a lucky guy to have such a woman in his life. And he sees another woman standing next to him. And then ding dong ding dong ding. So this guy is caught up. For the next 1 hour, he is James Bond. And every woman sitting there is somebody for James Bond. By the time intermission comes, they are drowsed in that. This exhaustion, physical exhaustion, there is mental exhaustion, and nobody cares about that exhaustion. And they just relax a bit. Oh man, and they start talking. The next half is going to be superb. I'm telling you, what a suspense. The way they have done it, the picturization and blah, blah, this, that, special effects, etc., etc. And when the curtain again falls down, and this time the curtain gets up, he's again enamored by that. Oh my goodness. Then the movie ends. Yes, sir, you.
As you're speaking, I start to realize all James Bond does is killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and lying and drinking.
5 precept breaking, and everyone is so happy. Like this. And some weird stunts, unheard stunts, and he will at least have 2 or 3 affairs with 2 or 3 women. And if it is in India, they'll censor it. If it is outside India, you can see it in action. So then you'll be, wow, watching like this. Like a Titanic movie, if you were to go, Celine Dion sings a beautiful song. And everybody is waiting for Kate Winslet to appear. Why? In many of the scenes, she's not wearing anything. So my interest is to watch it. I paid 500 Indian rupees to watch Kate Winslet on the screen, which looks so idiotic. Just the light coming from there, coming to the screen, and in the darkness, it appears. And in the same darkness, we have New York City, we have Dallas, we have Georgia, Atlanta, this, that, Los Angeles, Cupertino, then name whatever, India or China or Brazil or whatever the places. It's the same darkness. And in the same darkness appears husband and wife and children and property and money and this and that. And in the same darkness, I will say, I don't want to stay with my father. I don't want to stay with my mother. I don't want to stay with my husband. I don't want to stay with my wife and this and that. I want to become a monk and I don't want to become a monk. All of that is becoming to become bhava because of darkness. So avidya is the darkness. That darkness which is due to drowsiness. It's completely drowsy. You can't even see what is there. Drowsiness is not sleepiness. Drowsiness makes sleepiness. So when I sleep means I'm sleeping, like Ryu in Shenzhen because you experience Shenzhen, which means it's drowsy. So if you go to a theme park and you start enjoying the theme park, then it's drowsiness. But it's not gross drowsiness, it's subtle drowsiness. So if I think I was in Mountain View, enjoyed my life, great. You're in drowsiness. Why? No dreams will ever stay. And hence we have to take a picture or a video to see it again. So we invest all our time in making good cameras so that we can capture it, capture the moment, so we don't forget. So if I were to look at my hard disk RU, I am having around 80 plus GB of still and other kind of videos which have been taken in so many years on this body which has got deteriorated beyond recognition. And yet I feel I am that person, which is heights of drowsiness. Right? Because that event has already happened. Gone and gone and gone forever. But what I can do, I can rewind it and bring it back and say, hey, when I was in my college days, this is what I did. Yes, you can conventionally say that. So you're right, Ariu. All the five precepts are broken by James Bond, and I becoming James Bond, I'm breaking all the five. Yes, Ariu.
Yeah, right. So I guess in this, I mean, all are darkness, just different levels and degrees and forms of darkness. But this movie theater, like as I'm watching James Bond, I create a lot of sankhara, like I create a lot of intention to enjoy like him. So I'm coming deeper into coming down because of these intentions. But
Exactly.
if the same
Yes.
thing if it plays in the dream, my understanding of a dream is mostly ripples of the sankhara I previously made. So I'm wondering, do I make some sankhara of enjoying or no? It's just
No, it is unintentional in the dream and intentional in this dream.
okay. So this dream is more dangerous. That dream is
That dream is just playing out.
okay.
It's just playing out whatever you've done.
But it shows me what my baba is because
Yes, yes,
it's
it
what I
shows.
intend to enjoy whenever the
Yeah.
curtain's closed. I enjoy that.
So basically, 18 hours of conscious sleep every given day. I just said 18 hours of or more. The waking life of ours is actually dream-like state. Yeah, Harry.
I guess the only way not to sleep is by watching the breath.
Yes, now you got the point. Now you really picked it up. Appreciate it. So the correction now is coming out of the dream state of existence. Because we've been only dreaming. There's no waking. There's absolutely no waking at all. We are in the movie theater forever. So we'll have birthdays, we'll have death days, we'll have this day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Brother's Day, Sister Day, country waking up day, country making up day, freedom day, this day, that day, have days and days and days. Spouse day, children day, okay, and then fisherman day, and what we can say, Thanksgiving day, and Christmas day, and Diwali, and Dasera, this, that, you name it. Then Eid Mubarak days, and that day, and this day, all days. So if you have 365 days in a calendar, you can have 365 days of something or the other. Just to remember, so that you can enjoy that movie throughout the day. Yes.
And yeah, I was just thinking, staying in at the center of the Shenzhen, like a commercial district, like it's so many shops around. There's tons of people. My son was saying, why is there so many things in China? So it's every shop is a brand. They put tons of spotlight, brand after brand. So if I could just walk around, I have hundreds of, you can see how much Sankara there is there. It's
Yeah, exactly. You need to do that. Otherwise, it makes no sense. So you have to, in the darkness, you have to lure things. So you have to put a spotlight. See, when we went to that Apple store area, first you have to make darkness. I have to put a spotlight. So when they gave you that phone, which is golden stuff, it glitters. So he just opens it up and then he shows. If you remember how he did, if you really remember, he just was saying, "Sir, can you just open this for me?" I said, "You open it." He said, "No, no, no. It's you who's supposed to open." So then open it. Please open that, sir. Yeah, I'll open it. Then he wiped it so that it shines. Now today, after 6 months, it has lost its shine. So Ariu, on that day when we bought this guy, he was more excited than the buyer. Because we were his first customer for the day. And we gave him my good looking Mac Mini. And he gave us a discount and arrival of this guy. And if I were to open this up, this golden touch, right? And how neatly he shook it up, cleaned it. But it's not in a bad shape today in my hand, okay? But that glitter of opening it from the box no longer exists. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess that's why, Chuladasa talks so much about peripheral awareness, because that becoming aware is what keeps you away from getting into darkness in the first place. So the mind doesn't get attracted to wherever attention goes and gets pulled into it.
Exactly.
You always stay in the back because you don't allow the curtain to close.
Yes. So you need to have two awareness. One is a introspective awareness, which is inside awareness. What's happening, which is what is covered in the Buddha when he says, watch this movie. When he talks about that in one sutta, and that's internal awareness. That is, you see things as they are. and just watch the mind, what it is coming, what's coming, and maintain the peripheral awareness as well. So now you are in complete awareness, which is what is the sixth jhana, so to say, infinite consciousness. You are infinite from the inside outside. So there's, you see all consciousness. You're conscious of external, you're consciousness of internal. So the mind is not sleeping, it's just being aware, aware all the time. And then it can see nothing inside there, no self. So, seven jhana. And no perceptions, neither non perception, eight jhana. So, when do I get it? Only when I establish breath awareness, both internal and external, for a long time. Good then. Should we end for today? And tomorrow we'll take a break and meet on Monday with a fresh iPhone 17 Pro. No, Pro Max.
Okay, on Monday.
Monday, if I tell you, then you will not see Pro Max. It becomes stale.
Monday, I might have to take leave too.
Monday I will take leave. Then we'll do some meditation. Monday I'm there, so I can record it. You don't have to record.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday I'm at home, so I'll record it. So if you were to enjoy, you enjoy, and I don't want to tell you what we're going to take up on Monday. Then you'll feel guilty that you're missing it. Instead, you enjoy your darkness thing, and then we'll come back and put you some light.
I'll go watch some animals. That's the
Yes, please.
at the zoo. So we're watching more darkness.
Yes, you can watch more darkness and come. Okay, good then.